Almost forgot the mic. Oh dear. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Streamstructor. I'm here for the next hour and a half or something like that. Hopefully, that's the main thing. There seems to be a backlog at the moment. Hold on a minute. I've got some sort of issue with the sound. Hold on a second. No, it is working. Weird. Okay. Hopefully you don't see this much here. It's a lot better than it was last week. The video was terrible last week. Oh, last month, I mean. Trying to get Skype with Arthur and Fraser, who are here, by the way. Hello, guys. No, it wasn't your fault. Well, thank you for being my technical support when things went completely awry about an hour and 30 minutes in. But there we are. So yes, we have the two of them here. Click the right button, there we are. So we've got Fraser and Arthur, there we are. They're disembodied voices this time. I'm not even going to try doing anything else because I know what happens with this. But there we are. So yeah, well, they are Ghostbusters. I suppose it's adequate, it's fine. But yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I plagiarising you now, am I? Well, welcome everybody who's watching. There's currently 6 of you watching, as far as I understand it. So hello everybody. Leave a comment down below, say hello, all the usual stuff. I'll quickly go over what's been happening with me over the past month. As you might have noticed, I still haven't had a haircut. I'm waiting for the 15th of July now, I really am, just to go out there and actually get my haircut. It really would make a difference to me. It's getting to the stage where I've got more curls than I was when I was 3. It's really getting that bad at the back. Obviously you don't notice it at the front because there's nothing there, but the beard's getting a bit curly as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a proper haircut. I couldn't trust myself on the hair itself. The beard I can probably do, but I can't trust myself on the hair. I'm bald enough as it is. Arthur, are you having any issues with haircuts, or have you managed to do it yourself? I was considering doing that myself for this, to be fair, but I decided against it. But I thought I'd just go full glory of me and just see how it goes. Full glory? That doesn't sound right. Yeah. Yeah, well, you've had a haircut. You've managed to self-trim at some point. Yeah, you. Oh, I can see it. It's just a shame I can't show it because it looks very good with the Stargate in the background. The Universe Stargate, but I have to say. Oh, Fraser's got me in the background on the telly. That's interesting. At least on the stream works. But there we are. If I don't go down on my end, I know it will come up in Fraser's now. That's fine. That looks like a different background to me. I know you guys can't see it, but you've moved, haven't you, Fraser? Yeah. You're back in the West End, I understand. You're not in the far reaches of Shettleston anymore. As yeah, that's it. Oh, go on. Didn't the live stream go in on Thursday? Was it Thursday? You said it was going to go in? The 3rd. So, the 2nd. So it was Thursday. Well, it's funny enough, I had issues with my internet on the Thursday as well. My router gave up the ghost the night before, so I had to get a brand new shiny router. So hopefully that means that I won't have as many intermittent issues. Fingers crossed. Yeah. So the guy looked at my hub and went, "My goodness, is that still working? What's it running on? Steam? It was that old." It was 8 years that it'd been in for, so obviously it'd been working fine, and I effectively had been getting a quarter of the speed I should have. So it's kind of like, all right, okay, thank you. My mum wasn't quite pleased about it because we're both working from home at the moment, and she couldn't work at all on Thursday. I used my data sparingly, but I used my data. I managed to get around it, but I suppose it's the advantage of having a lot of data saved up. I was able to cover it, but yeah, it wasn't a fun day Thursday in that respect, getting it all sorted. And I wonder how much of a fun day it will be down south once the after effects of Super Saturday come into effect. I'm really worried now for that. Yeah, it did. Boo, indeed. Yeah, I'm slightly worried when the pubs do open again the same week as the barbers do up in Scotland. It'll be interesting doing. I'm considering maybe getting the vlogging camera out to see how long the queue is to the barbers when I go on the Saturday after they reinstate it. But we'll see how it works. What now? How's everything been you guys otherwise this month? hmm Yeah, that's gonna be fun with the mask next week, I think. Right. Okay. Ah. Well, that doesn't bode well. Oh, to be well, maybe they just realised that nobody's doing one way anyway, so just get rid of it. But yeah, not fun. Yes. Mhm. 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 Yeah. Before we go any further, there seems to be a technical issue. You can't be heard, you two, for some reason. Yes. Lynn has just reliably informed me you can't be heard, which is a bit weird. Before we go any further, there seems oh, I know what I've done, idiot. Right. Okay. I know what I've done. I know what I've done. I've just spent 20 minutes doing what I did 3 shows ago, speak to thin air. Right, okay. Yeah, so Fraser Arthur, can you hear me now? Yeah. Yes. Me trying to be clever earlier on to mute it so we didn't hear our pre-show conversation while the things are running, the background titles are running. Yeah, Lynn, can you hear them now? Because I have made it that you can hear them. I put the system sound off so nobody could hear, which was ridiculous. So you didn't even hear the countdown, guys. Oh dear. Is he trying to? No, we're not starting again. Yeah. Mhm. Of course you did. What do you mean? Of course you did, Lynn? Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of hearing, there's a bit of discussion we can do about Kidstructor and the success of one of the videos, which we'll do. I don't know if Robert's here as well, but I know Robert was there. He did say hello, and I said hello back. Hopefully you can hear them now. I'll just put this in as a... Oh, we know who 3 of them are. I know. It was... Yeah, I know. It keeps going, and I'm still trying to decide what my next target is, to be fair. And I was going to come to that in a minute. 208. Oh, let's go that for July. Yeah, all right. Yeah. 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 Still here. We'll find out in a second, yeah. Well, that's what I did for the first 5 anyway. It's fine, you know. Talk to myself. That's all I did was talk to myself. But oh dear. Well, that's what I did for the first 5 anyway. It's fine, you know. Talk to myself. I don't know why it's not working then. That's absolutely strange. Oh well, I'll have to do the show on my own then, possibly. I don't know. It's weird. Not that I want to. I don't know why it's not working then. That's absolutely strange. I'm hearing feedback of myself. I know that because I'm watching it off my tablet to see if I can get anything, and it's ooh. Maybe. I don't know, but there's nothing seems to be coming through on the stream at all on the audio side. That's annoying. I was going to say a naughty word there, and I thought I better not. Not this channel. It's not at the moment, anyway. Right, right. Yeah, let's be nice.
Rules are important.
I know nobody else is really doing anything, but there we are. Restore default values. Hopefully that'll make a difference. Right. Oh, I hate this system sometimes. I really do.
I'm just going to sing Hamilton while you're perfect.
Right. Nothing's working. Oh. Welcome to the midden that is a live stream, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why it should be the sound. The sound looks absolutely fine to me otherwise. I think... No, I'll have to quickly restart it. Oh, yeah, Lynn can hear Fraser. I just heard Fraser. So, yeah. Well, something seems to be coming through anyway. There's some sort of reaction. Okay. Guys who are listening, okay, I'm going to ask Fraser and Arthur to say their favourite kids' TV show. I want you to reply in the comments just to let me know if you can actually hear them, okay? And tell me what they are. Right, okay, Arthur? Okay, so there's the 2 there. Can any of you who are watching tell me what they just said? If they can't, then I will have to restart this stream. Then... Nope. Nope. They didn't hear you. That's what I'm thinking. It's a bit weird. Is it maybe because of the headset? I don't know. Fraser, say that again, please. Right, yeah. Say that again for me, please, Fraser.
Well, I don't know
Your
why
TV,
they heard
your
us
TV
in
show.
videos. Oh, my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And Arthur?
Biker Mice from Mars.
Right, okay. Let's see if anything comes through with that. For some reason they heard you and then they didn't. It's weird.
Is it maybe because I called you on Skype, maybe?
I don't think Skype's the problem. I think it's my stream. I've clicked something and I can't figure out what the hell I've done. That's it now. Lynn can hear some people. Right, okay, there we are. That's it, we've got it. So what was it then, Lynn? Yep. Yay, right. Okay.
We're live!
Phew.
Finally.
Thank us for that. Right, so yes, you guys maybe have not realised who have been talking to thin air. We are speaking to Fraser and Arthur. There we are.
Are you? I don't even know anymore. Up is down, white is black,
Yes.
red.
England is silly. Scotland is okay.
Yeah.
The end.
Something like that. Anyway, it was a setting on the thing because I'm hearing it through the headphones. It doesn't seem to be wanting to do it through the computer. It's weird, strange, but there we are. You guys are now getting the feed of the headphones, and it seems to be working, so that's good. At least I know. See, I thought I'd got these gremlins out of the way, and obviously it hasn't happened. I need to go get that Slimer out of the system, I think. But there we are.
Well, unfortunately, until the 13th of July, we're not allowed in your house, so just don't go in the room that he's in, and we'll come and get him.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I know. I do mean to try and come and say hello to, very least, Fraser this time this month, because I want to get back into Glasgow. I've only been in Glasgow once in the whole time, and that was just to visit my sister in Glasgow Green when they first opened up the social distance outside stuff. So.
Well, I have a plan for you, Barry, when you come over.
Right. Okay.
I have a DVD called Cult Kids Classics, and it's got some beauties on there, so that we can bank. I said bank a few Kidstructors. Yeah.
Speaking of banking and everything else, after Jamie's tirade that I had to bleep multiple times in Finders Keepers, but there we are. That actually went quite well, the Kidstructors this month. Honestly, I thought Art Attack would be the one that get the most views. Zap.
So what was it?
Zap.
Was it Zap?
130 views, and it's only been a week.
Yeah, that was Lynn watching it 40 times. Admit it, Lynn. You watched it 40 times.
I got a couple of subscribers off her. I can't complain, but it's dragged Art Attack and Finders Keepers along. My favourite one was the worst of the three. That was horrible. But there we are. But it seems to have made a good improvement overall. The channel seems to have got a bit more traction, which is brilliant. So, yeah, 200 subscribers. It might be a critical mass. I do have a little announcement to make about what I'm going to do for the channel going forward in regards to help promote it a bit more, but I'll come to that in a minute. We're going to have a quick look at the running order, what archive stuff is going to be played, if I get a chance to. All this conversation and technical issues.
I keep forgetting we actually show stuff.
Yeah, we do, usually, I know. Although it's getting less and less. So that's your archive stuff for today, ladies and gentlemen. Which you guys will see in a minute. So yeah, if you don't see it already, of course. So we've got 3 videos today, archive videos. We've got the vlogs, which is called Quickie, because it was quick. It was about 3.5 minutes. But I want to show it because it gives a progenitor to something that's more regular on the vlogs now. Review of Spearhead from Space, a Doctor Who review. And Edward VII, 6 facts. I know we talked about that a few times ago, and I didn't have potato. There's one of the facts, actually. I didn't put that in. I put something else potato related in when I was watching it the other day.
I'm genuinely scared to watch vlog number 8. I have no idea what your interpretation of that word is.
Well, we shall soon find out anyway. But yeah, so that's your lineup for the vlogs as they are at the moment. I am also, as you might have seen in the conversations and the commentary I put in the description of this live stream, I'm going to be looking at things of me turning into an old lady, an old man rather, a lady and a child. If
I send you mine, will you be able to use it?
I should be able to use it, yeah, absolutely. I've got it set up to do so.
Download that app and take your photos.
Fine. Peer pressure at its best.
Peer pressure is the best, maybe. I don't know. I've got mine ready in a scene to play out to everybody. I've actually managed to find the preview screen, so I can actually do things on the fly. I'm not having to pre-prepare stuff, so I can get your images up and do it as we go along. I will have to get.
I'll start taking some photos.
Yeah. Well, while you guys are making yourselves look beautiful in your photographs, I think we'll play the first vlog of the day, the first video of the day rather, which is vlog 8, which I call, as you said, Fraser is scared for me to figure out. It's called Quickie.
My eyes.
Yeah, my eyes. It really is quick, but I think you might see why. Hi guys, hope everything's okay. This is my 8th vlog. I know it sounds really weird, doesn't it? But this is number 8. How are we all doing? It's been a few months since I last spoke to you. Well, if I remember correctly, it is exactly 3 months today since I last did a vlog. Today is the 2nd of April 2009. I am just about to head off into the office at work for another day of fun and frolics at Podcast Towers. Just a quick update really, just to say hi, hello, how are you doing, and just give you an idea of what's been happening with me, if you're at all interested. First of all, when it comes to work situation, everything's going pretty well. I mean, everything's still ticking over at the moment, so I don't expect it to be completely to pot. I'm having to reduce time just slightly, just due to other commitments, which I'll come to in a minute. Another thing that's happened in the past couple of months is, you know, I've been going on about relationships and Match.com and a few of the blogs, and how I have, especially my Bebos and my MySpace, has come across as saying I'm not really one of these people who has had much luck. It's changed. It's changed, hopefully for the better. I'm not going to go as far as to say who the lucky lady is, or rather the unlucky lady, as some people have told me already. But all I will say is that it's great to see that I am actually in some sort of setup, because I'm a lot happier. It was a gaping hole in my life, and she has filled quite a great bit of my life and made it worthwhile. It's early stages. We're still courting as such. We still see each other, but we've not committed to anything yet. Then again, really there isn't much to tell. But what I will say is keep an eye out. I've done a couple of little. I'm recording a couple of little projects just now to put up as a regular feature on my account. So keep an eye on that, because there could be a couple little silly videos that go up, and a couple of things for the future that I hope to do. So stay tuned with that, and thanks very much for watching once again, and I shall speak to you again another time. Bye. Do I need to make it clear how quickly that relationship died?
So when did we get to meet her? I'm so excited about this mysterious woman.
I was thinking of that. I'm going, I know this is going to come. You know, at the time I'm going, have I done the right thing here? And of course, 2 weeks later, called off. Typical. But there we are.
She didn't deserve you, Barry. She didn't.
No, it was at a very difficult time as well financially. It's when I was starting to get into the stucky when this video was done as well. So it wasn't the greatest time, and I think that probably was part of the reason why it did fall apart. To be fair, but But yeah, the reason I showed that is not because of the relationship thing, even though I'm going to get the absolute rip taken out of me for that. MySpace and Bebo, yes, I remember them as well. I think I've still got both accounts somewhere down the line, Robert. Yeah, you can never get into MySpace. Well, I could never get into it either. It was always crashing, but but that's a different matter. Yeah, I'm just waiting. Obviously, you got Fraser. You sent me the stuff via Messenger for the images. Thank you.
I've emailed them to you as well.
Yeah, thank you.
So.
The reason I'm doing the email is because you're doing the Messenger. You hear the ping in the middle of the stream, so I'm trying to make it a less invasive way of getting the information. So,
Sorry.
Plus it'll be better quality as well than what you get through the Messenger to put them up.
Cool.
So yeah, Bebo and MySpace, but it was the titles. Very, very, very early precursor of what came to be the main way of doing the titles for a couple of years in the vlogs. That was the interesting thing. I actually had managed to grab a Apple Macintosh for the purpose to do it, just purely because I had the kit at the time, and my other software wasn't working for that at that time. It was Pinnacle Studio at that point, but it didn't do multiple screens like that point. LimeWire, I don't know. I don't remember LimeWire.
I used LimeWire back in the
I
day.
did, yep.
Oh, of course, Pirate Arthur used LimeWire.
Oh, quiet you.
Pirate Arthur. Oh yes, that's right. Well, maybe we shouldn't be promoting his situation.
No,
Arr.
he just
Piracy is none of their business.
he just loves stealing. That's all it is.
Well, I'm waiting for these images, which I'm going to put together in the next review when we do it here. But I just want to go back very quickly to the channel. And obviously the subscriber base that's happened. As I say, Teamstructor have done well, and I am intending to maybe look at increasing it from about 12 to 15 a year to about 20 a year.
My God.
But to be honest, I've got about another 90 TV shows at the moment that I could go through. So this could run and run and run and run until Article 13
Thanks.
kicks my backside. But apart from that... mind you, if YouTube does what they do at the moment with the content ID, I should be okay. But yeah, I have tried a couple of things in regards to doing constructors remotely. Me and Fraser did Nightmare as a recording about 6 weeks ago. That is due to come out this month. So I want to see how that works. We also did another thing to cover the vlogs, and hopefully I'll be able to do vlogging again later this month and start filming stuff again for another wee pilot, which I'll talk more about next month because it's coming out next month. But the one thing I wanted to say about the channel and promotion, everything I like that. At the moment, I do very little marketing and promotion because of just basically because the costs and everything else. And I want to build up a stable base as time goes on, of course. However, I know there's some people out there who really are supporters of the channel and really want to help out and make contributions more than just being on camera. And there's great supporters out there. There's Raptamon, there's Robert, there's Lynn, there's you guys. There's a few others as well that have made comments on a regular basis, which I'm really enjoying seeing. So I've soft launched a Patreon. I know it's a weird thing. Now it's
Don't worry about it, Barry. I've got 3.
Yeah, I know, but you do it for separate projects. But I've soft launched a Patreon. I'm not going to promote it hard. It's going to be in the end title card, the link, and in the description of every video going forward. But I'm not going to be pushing it on channel or anything like that. I just want to get a soft launch, see how it goes. If I get a couple of people help me out, that'll help towards promoting the channel and building it that way. So that's the aim of Patreon at the moment. There are 2 tiers currently, a $3 and a $5. I tried to get the pounds, but I did it before they allowed you to change it. So I'm stuck with dollars at the moment. So $3 a month or $5 a month. What's your poison? I'm not pushing it any more than this. I just want to make you aware there is a Patreon there. That was the plan from the very beginning at 200 to actually launch this. If you guys want to help out, by all means you can, but I'm not forcing anybody at this stage. I'm not pushing anything at this stage. All you'll see is a soft promotion of it on the description and in the end card. I'm not going to be pushing it on videos at the moment until we have a slightly larger base. In regards to numbers, I don't know how many subscribers I'll be doing before I get to that stage, but there's a couple of tiers at the moment. The first tier gives you a credit on all the videos at the end, and also the second tier will allow you to have sneaky peeks of the videos coming out before they get released online live or online on the scheduled days. So that's your 2 tiers at the moment. If you want to check it out, the link is down below, and that's all I'm going to really mention about that. But you said you have a few Patreons. Obviously, I know why you do that, because obviously some of your projects, including Origins. Are you thinking of doing something for that?
I've got an Origins one set up already, but the kind of response was people would prefer to kind of donate once rather than donate monthly. We do have one Patreon on Origins, which helps us pay for our comic concept art that we're doing right now, and a little teaser trailer that we're working on. And I've got one for my filmmaking with Fraser, and I've got one subscriber on there too, one Patreon on there too. Basically, I just post about my filmmaking, writing projects behind the scenes, and then I've got one for Cops and Monsters, which is the most popular one. But Cops and Monsters, the series, is on hold at the moment just because we need to reassess how we go about funding the rest of the episodes. But we are working on an audio series, which is quite exciting.
That is very exciting.
Anybody who joins us on Patreon will get access to the audio dramas before anyone else. So
that's really cool. That actually is really cool. I quite like that.
Yeah, Philip Lawrence, who wrote for Big Finish and EastEnders at the minute, and Doctors, he has written a cracker of an episode called something. Let me tell you what it's called. I'll get to it. Hold on. Please bear with. I've got 1,000,001 folders. Nope, that's mine. Oh, of course I can't bloody find it now, can I? That's just classic. Here we go. It's called Reparations. And it may star a certain baseball-wielding Doctor Who companion.
Oh, you may have Miss Aldred coming, or Ms. Aldred, as we call her now.
Yeah, and not May, I do. She has agreed.
Oh, brilliant.
So, yes.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to seeing that, Fraser, if it happens.
You mean hearing?
Yes. Oh, sorry, hearing it. Okay. Yeah. Lynch left a comment saying, I would agree with what Fraser's saying on the donate once, but I understand that might not be an option for the YouTube community, but best of luck with that in regards to the Patreon. No, fair enough.
You can on Patreon do a one-time only. You basically join and you cancel basically before the next payment comes out. So people can donate once. So it's not completely...
It's not completely compulsory, but if you want to help along with the growth of the channel, then that's an opportunity for you to do that another way. That's what I'm thinking. You know, it's never going to be able to give me an income to do this channel independently. I'm not intending to do that. It's there to keep the running costs at the end of the day. If I get... Yeah,
I'm sure Arthur and I will chuck in a $5.
You don't have to, but thank you for the offer.
Here.
I mean, Arthur and I can split £2.50.
$2.50, yes. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm not forcing anybody. This is why I'm just soft launching it, because at the end of the day, if people say, "Oh, there's a Patreon there, I'll have a look," then you might get extra bits and pieces you wouldn't necessarily get in the channel. It's just trying to build it up, you know, and that's the main point of it. Now, Arthur, have you sent me anything yet for the images?
I have. You should receive them through Messenger.
I should receive them through Messenger.
Please send me pictures of my email address. Not Messenger. I've sent it to you through Messenger.
You do know they get recorded and saved as much as they do anywhere else.
I don't have your email, so that's the only reason.
I sent it on the Skype chat.
I have a question for Robert and Lynn, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go on, Lynn.
Since Robert and Lynn have become your regular viewers of here, what do they want to see in a live stream? What of your channel do they want to see, or do they want it to be more talky, more conversational? Are we going to pick a topic out of a bag, that sort of thing? What do they want to watch?
Yeah, that's a very good point. I mean, I'm starting to build a viewership now where it's not just you two and that's it. There's quite a few people now coming online, and having 6 people watching it for a constant basis really does help raise the profile on the algorithm as well. It really does. I think that's probably why Kidstructor went so well this last month, because a lot more people were seeing Deanstructor in a general way. But yeah, very very good question. I don't if you heard that. I'm sure you did.
It's my producer brain, Barry. It's my producer
No,
brain.
absolutely. If you want to see any archive stuff or anything like that, speaking of which, what I have done is on the Facebook Deanstructor, every Thursday I will post a link to one of the old videos at random. And also there'll be a playlist that's starting to be created on the YouTube channel that complements it, so you'll be able to see a playlist of all the archive stuff I picked. So that started as well, just to get some more interest about some of the older stuff and see if there's anything to develop. More along the lines for a Kidstructor for me, says Lynn. Oh, fair enough. I don't know if technically that'll be possible after the issues we had last time. I don't know if I'd be able to do that well. It could be possible, but I'm not sure if video in video actually works in that respect. It has to be separate lines. It's certainly something I could experiment offline and see if it works that way. But on a live stream purposes, I don't know if it's something we could do like that. It's certainly something to look at. Certainly something to consider when the next Kidstructor month comes up. Definitely, it's certainly something to look at. I know Kidstructor's your favourite on there, Lynn. You've made that clear.
What we could do, Barry, is just record a new Kidstructor a day before or 2 days before the live stream goes up.
Yeah, we could do it as we could do it like that.
You could do a mini, so like a little 10-minute thing. You know how some old TV shows were like 2 15-minute parts. So
yeah, that's a possibility.
Don't know, just a suggestion.
Oh, it's certainly a suggestion, Arthur.
That sounds really good, actually.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to get you involved a bit more. I keep forgetting that Fraser keeps talking. Sorry.
Well, I'll just shut
I time in when I need to.
You'll say your sixpence when you need to. Yeah, fair enough.
Yep.
Just that fair even just talking about old shows. Well, certainly seems to be the strand that keeps on giving at the moment. So it's certainly something to consider, 100%. But yeah, Arthur, I'm just trying to get your details up here. Sorry, for the email, for the pictures. Now I'm gonna show you what I did. Now about 3 years ago, I did a video on YouTube about Faceapp. Purely on the basis that it was something that came in my mind at that point. I thought it'd be good as a little funny video, and I looked at how it worked at that point by taking photographs of me being old, me being young, and me being a woman. And I thought recently, after seeing a beautiful woman come up on my Facebook, and then realising it's Fraser.
Really? I wonder if she's on Tinder.
I was about to say that. Lynn, I know Fraser loves to talk, but that's what makes it so good. Right.
I'm just shutting my face.
No,
so.
don't mean it like that. I'd like to have live streams have topics. Well, this is what I'm trying to do with the Facebook thing here, a Faceapp thing here. So, yeah, I did a Faceapp video a few years ago. I'll leave a link in the description once the stream comes up live for playback. But yeah, so I've got Faceapp here, and I want to try and see what the new Faceapp app was doing. So yesterday, I recorded a little video that I'm going to play now of my experience of Faceapp this time round. 3 years ago, I tried Faceapp, and I posted a video about it. It's part of my funny videos I used to do. At that time, I ended up posting up a picture from me in New Lanark, and also a photograph like this, at the time, and did a young, an old, and I did a gender change. I'm going to see what the app's like now, 3 years later, and whether it's actually better. Here's a young face. What's wrong with me? Hold on a minute. Oh, what? It looks like I've got black eye. I don't know what happened there, but that doesn't look very good at all. Well, let's go with another filter. Let's go with the old filter. Let's see what comes out of that. That's actually not too bad if you think about it. That could be me in 30, 40 years' time. And then we have, I'll pick the female one, I think. So we'll go to female, and let's see what I look like as a girl. No, that's not too bad. The hair's there. No, I was about to say it's got a look of my sister, but it doesn't. She's a hell of a lot prettier than that. So I found the photograph I've just taken, and I'm going to put different variations of it on now. So let's see what comes out as a girl. So I've got a couple of choices this time actually. Last time I just did it and that was it. So we'll do long-haired female and see what comes up. That's not bad. It's a bit impressive actually. Okay. What about the other one, the short-haired one? That's actually better. I like that one. That works better. Alright, we'll play that one. Now, we'll do an old one. So I'll put an old. It's my father. It's Dad. It's Dad. Oh dear. That's horrible. And let's see if we can do a baby one. And do a young face one. Young. I don't think he's got the beard quite right. It's got a bit more hair though. It's probably 20 something hair. But yeah, okay. So it looks a bit weird. A baby with sideburns basically. It's weird. But there we are. There is your 2020 Faceapp. Oh dear. Yeah. I don't know if that worked or not. But I have here the images on the side here, if it comes up. Oh, we'll pick the wrong one. There we are. So that's the Faceapp picture I took yesterday. So yeah, it really does look like my father. It really does. It's weird. It's strange. And it's odd. The last one, I think you've become 8-man. Yes, Lynn, I think that's right. I think I have become 8-man. It's horrible. Guys, you there?
Indeed, we are. Well, I am.
Yeah.
Fraser?
I don't know where Fraser's gone, but yeah. No, I don't think it's worked very well with the app with the beard on the last one. Somehow. Looks like a Amos from friggin' Emmerdale or something like that. That's how bad it looks.
Oh dear.
But yeah, Arthur, I've not got your stuff yet, weirdly.
I'll see.
So I can't
Try and read.
I can't really see it, which is see. So
I'll send it through the Skype chat.
yeah,
then.
hopefully we'll get something.
Right.
You might hear a beep, ladies and gentlemen, as he sends it through. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if Fraser's there. I think I might have lost Fraser actually.
No, he's still here. He's just not.
Oh right, okay, fair enough. Well, speaking of
Lynn upset me. Lynn upset.
Why she upset you?
Because she said I talked too much.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, so this is the scene here. I'm just gonna put this in here. So we've got the images here.
Look at you as a child.
So yeah, me as a child. It doesn't look very good, does it? It looks like sideburns in there. So Fraser, you have done a few for me here. Okay, you've done a lady. This is a lady, which I think it's actually rather cute. It is. I don't know what it is, but it's rather cute.
Oh, it's weird hearing that, but
I don't know what Arthur thinks, but I think that's really cute.
It is actually. Long hair suits you.
Hilariously, it's also given me boobs. I've just noticed that.
Oh, so it has, yeah.
Really?
I would explain a lot, but yeah. So yeah, that's your one there. And then we've got the old man. Oh, oh! I could actually see you like that in 30 years' time. That's actually not bad.
I mean, I look like my dad there, so that tracks.
Yeah. So yeah, it does look better, and my one certainly looks like my father without the beard. My father's not got a beard, but it certainly looks like my father with regards to the face. It seems to have done a better older person than it was last time.
Oh, thanks, Lynn.
And yeah, I know that's coming from somebody. Oh no, the woman was bare. She says, yeah, I have to agree. And here is.
Stop perving on me.
And here's baby Fraser. It looks like you've got bum fluff. It looks like you've got bum fluff. It really does. Oh dear. It looks really. It looks weird. Arthur?
Yes, indeed. I'm actually speechless because of it.
Are you? Oh dear.
The bum flop of the woman. Hold on.
If I say the woman, you're just going to tell me to stop perving on you. So,
Alan McGuan, when we first did this ages ago, remember when it was a thing? Alan McGuan was basically threatening to come over to my house and do things to me if I was a woman. So that was it.
Well, in case he's watching, there we are. Right. So yeah, in case he's watching, there you go, Al. Bit of crumpet for you tonight, mate. But no.
Look, it's giving me.
Oh dear. Oh, that's terrible. So funny though. So funny. But yeah, I mean, Faceapp was a thing when I did it the first time. I think that's what it was, because it was a thing. But it's come up a few times, a few people on Facebook, and it's you that triggered it. But a few other people have put it up as well.
I did see more people were doing it again. I was like, all right, come back round then. Because the second time it came around, people were like, don't do it, it's a Russian hack. And everybody got really funny about the whole thing. And then I saw people start doing it again. I was like, all right then, I've got some time.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing anything else in the pandemic, so
yeah, fair enough.
That was a very confusing time for all concerned.
Yeah.
there we go. Right.
Finally, we get.
It's in the chat.
It's in the chat, is it?
In the Skype chat, yes.
Cool.
You genuinely look like a sort of cow, like a redneck hick in the baby picture.
It looks really bad, didn't it? Yeah. Looking at it in more detail, it looks terrible.
Do you want to come around and meet my sister wife?
Yeah. Your photos are loading still. Your photos are loading still, Arthur. They will be up in a minute, but yeah.
Go.
But yeah, that's the Faceapp stuff. And that's Faceapp. I'll come back to Arthur's after the next video, purely on the basis that it hasn't come through yet, and the miracle technology, it's not working. But I have proved it has worked, and it will work, so I suppose I can't complain in that respect. Something has worked tonight, thank God. But yeah, we've got the running order. We've had the vlog, we've had the quickie vlog, which is rarely quickie, and so was my relationship I talked about at the time, but that's another story. But next one is the Doctor Who review. For Spearhead from Space. Now this was done the month that Spearhead started filming 50 years previous, and it was to celebrate John Pertwee's 100th year, because he would have been 100 last year, so it is all related to that. But yeah, here is the review of Spearhead from Space, and it's a little bit long, which I kind of need because I need a loo break, but because I'm drinking too much juice here. But yeah, that's the next video coming up. Hopefully I'll have Arthur's stuff by the next time we speak to each other. But leave a comment down. Keep your comments coming. Keep your suggestions going about what you'd like to see for the Streamstructor going forward, by all means. And yeah, we'll see you on the other side. Hello everybody, and welcome to another Doctor Who review. This time I'm doing a review on the third Doctor's story, The Spearhead from Space. As always with the classic series reviews, I'm just going to read a synopsis from the television companion. So here we go. The TARDIS arrives on Earth in the middle of a meteorite shower, and the Doctor is found by unit troops and taken to a nearby hospital. The Brigadier is faced with having to cope not only with the rights, but also with Ranson, an ex-employee of a local tree who claims he has seen a walking mannequin. The meteorites turn out to be hollow globes containing the Nestine consciousness, a disembodied alien intelligence with an affinity for plastic. A Nestine agent, Channing, has infiltrated the plastics factory and is using energy from the globes to animate autons, mannequin-like figures and realistic replicas of senior establishment figures, with the aim of colonising the Earth. Aided by newly recruited unit scientist Dr. Elizabeth Shaw, the Doctor thwarts this scheme by repelling the Nestene consciousness into space, and thereby neutralising the Autons and the monstrous tentacle form that it has been creating for itself in a tank within the factory. Channing, revealed to be no more than a sophisticated Auton, is likewise deactivated. So, the first story in colour of the classic series, the only story to be filmed solely on thick 16mm film in the 1963 to 1989 classic series period. The TV movie was filmed on 35mm film, so it doesn't really count. This is the first story of the Third Doctor, Jon Pertwee, and it's the first that sets up the format of him being stranded on Earth for the next 3 or so years. Now, I'll quickly go through all the bits and plot lines and everything else like that. But first of all, let's go into the characters and just talk about each of the characters as they are in the story. Mix up a little bit this time around. So we've got the Doctor, Jon Pertwee, and in this one he's kind of slightly more humorous than you'd be used to. There's elements of the Third Doctor you see in there already forming, this kind of straight role, but there is a couple of times where you're thinking he is playing a little bit for laughs, and there is a I don't know if it's a Troughton-esque element, but there is kind of comedic element still there at the beginning. Obviously it's a lot more serious in the next story, Silurians, and obviously you get to the more serious Doctor that we're used to with the Third Doctor from that time onwards. But here there's a little bit of lightness there, possibly part of the reason because he's just regenerated. But yeah, no, he's headed from the off more or less as the character. There's not really much difference there, unlike what you get with the gruffness that slowly peels away with Hartnell and the aloofness that Troughton does initially as well. His first story is really aloof. But yeah, no, it's a good start, I suppose. Then you have Liz Shaw, played by Caroline John, who is an interesting take, certainly different from what they've had up to this point. It was mentioned in the Infernal review with Jamie that she's kind of like a prototype Romana. You can see the elements there, sassy, intelligent, brave woman. She's definitely a woman, she's not a girl like Jo comes out to be next series. But yeah, no, she's an interesting characterization. Caroline John plays it pretty well. She is quite disbelieving at the beginning, doesn't quite sceptical, even though she is a scientist from Cambridge. But as it turns out, you know, she starts to warm to the Doctor quickly. She doesn't really get on with the Brigadier that much. Although there is an element of, you know, respect going on there with the characters. Speaking of the Brigadier, the only real bridging point at this point, apart from the TARDIS, of course, is Lethbridge Stewart, who's met the Doctor twice before, and he does mention that he's met him twice before, and you can see the relationship there. It's interesting. The Brigadier wants to help, you know, wants the Doctor to help him, but also feels the need for the command. And at this stage, it is a little bit confrontational. It gets a bit more as this season goes on, as you see in Inferno, definitely, which obviously I've reviewed already. But Nicholas Courtney straight down the line. Great acting as always, solid performance. You're never going to have a bad thing from Nick Courtney, really. It's one of these great things about that character. Then we have the guest stars. We have Channing, played by Hugh Burden. Very creepy. He does a lot with his eyes. His eyes tell a lot about what this character's thinking or not thinking. It's very staid and very solid and stoic. Can't say the word. Stoic. That's it. Stoic. So yeah, no, it's interesting him being like the main villain as such of the piece. He's the main bridge between the Autons or the Nestenes and obviously the other characters. Then we have Seeley, Sam Seeley, played by Neil Wilson, kind of a yokel type who's a poacher. Who I like the character because it's quite one of these kind of sneaky poacher. I can't speak tonight. Poacher type characters, and I do enjoy the way he's performed, and it's quite fun seeing that. We then got Captain Monroe, who is effectively the second in command of this piece, and Captain Monroe it works quite well with the Brigadier. It's a shame he didn't carry on, but is he a prototype for Mike Yates? No, maybe. He's certainly not a Benton type. It's a surprise Benton's not in this one, but he does show in the next, so Benton does turn up again, because obviously Benton was there last time round in the Evasion as well. Major General Scobie, Hamilton Dice's character, comes on quite late on in here. He actually plays a better auto than he does the actual Major General. He's a bit weird having such a relaxed Major General. Some, later in the series, a bit more uppity with the commanders above the Brigadier. And then you've got Hibbert, played by John Woodnett, who is the owner of the he becomes the panicked one, really. It's a role you don't really see elsewhere. This, and you see that in the character. I've been away in America for 6 months, and there's been quite a change in here, what's happened and everything else. And then when he sees the Autons, he gets scared, understandably, I suppose. Speaking of the Autons, they are an interesting monster in that respect. They're very creepy. This whole idea of shop window dummies coming to life was the first of many aspects of the Pertwee era where this idea of things that you have of everyday life come to life and try and kill you, which became an aspect of more recent Who as well. These innocuous things that are sinister really started in the Pertwee era. You get elements of it in Troughton and Hartnell, but this is really the first example of everyday life becoming very creepy and could effectively kill you, and the shop window dummies are certainly that. The Autons are popular enough to obviously come back next time with Terror of the Autons next season. But yeah, no, they're good design. I love the fact they've got the blank faces, and the boiler suit's kind of, obviously that's a cheap way, but it's quite a unique style that they've got there, and they work better here than they do in Auton. Terror of the Autons, as far as I'm concerned. And then you've got the music by Dudley Simpson. Now this is when he's not at his clarinet horn mode. That comes in another review very soon. He's still kind of playing with the Moog synthesizer a bit here. You're seeing it a little bit here. It kind of works in a lot more in the next couple of stories, but it's very lightly used here. But you can see elements of the music style coming in here for Dudley Simpson. And then we have the plot itself. There's a few elements I like about the plot. The fact it's filmed on film gives it a different quality to what you'd see in the studio. There's always this jarring thing with the classic series where, for the vast majority of the classic series, where you have all the locations on film. Logistically, that's the best way of them doing it. And then they go in the studio, and there's that quality change. You get used to it. But it's particularly apparent now in the colour era because the quality is so different from the film to the video. It's nice to have a consistency of the same film of being filmed all the way through. It is 16mm. It is the only one that can be put into Blu-ray. Released. That reminds me, I need to look out for the season 10 box set that's come out more recently and see if I can get that. But yeah, so it's interesting seeing that, and it's unique in that respect. There's very few Doctor Who stories up until 1987 that are consistent in regards to the type of medium that's used to record and film and create the show. 16mm you get here is obviously the earliest example. You've then got Robot. That's done on That's done with that. Sontaran Experiment is done on videotape. Tape. I can't speak. It's terrible. Videotape. You've then got Caesar Doom that does that, and then it's all the way through to Trial of the Time Lord before you actually get proper, complete video format on outside locations. You get on a regular basis again after that. So this is one of the few examples where there's a one media. It's interesting seeing that. It was only done 16mm film because of industrial action. that was happening at the time. They couldn't film in Television Centre, so they ended up filming on location. And that it just makes the story a whole of a lot better. And it was a great idea to do that at the time. I didn't think it would work, but it's what has made the difference here. Couple of firsts. It's the first establishment of 2 hearts in the series. It's the first time that we established the Doctor has 2 hearts. Up to this point, it's been assumed he only has 1. And it's the first time that the TARDIS is mentioned as being dimensionally transcendental. And I'm really working for my words tonight. I say that, but I can't say simple words. And of course, this review has been done because it's 100 years since the birth of John Pertwee. That was last month. But it's 50 years since filming for this story started next month, 13th September 1969. They started filming for this story. So it's kind of got a dual purpose doing this here for this review. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed it. The direction by Derek Martinez is pretty standard for this period. It's not as action-packed as Douglas Camfield's stuff is in this period. It works, but you can enjoy the story, and there's not really any bad shots or effects here, apart from maybe the Nestine consciousness in the box with the tentacles. That's the only thing that looks a bit odd. And Pertwee, when he struggles, I still can't get over that wide-eyed look he has. It just looks comical to me, but that's the way he has pain, I suppose. That's the way he does pain. Robert Holmes has a good stonking script here, lots of intrigue and mystery, and I like the way some of the bits have been shot here, and certainly incidental music from Dudley Simpson helps that. And it is the last one that Derek Sherman produced. He makes a cameo on this as the security guard that Pertwee shouts down as he comes into unit when he first turns up in unit. At unit headquarters. But overall, I like this story. I like coming back to it. It's one I certainly do come back to watch, and it's certainly enjoyable in that respect. And overall, I give this story 4 TARDISes out of 5. Now, let's see how that fits in with the rest of the review so far. Another solid review score here. Spearhead from Space sits alongside The Visitation, The Green Death, The Empty Child That the Doctor Dances, An Unearthly Child, The Mind Robber, and The Power of the Daleks. At the bottom, we still have The Idiot's Lantern and Battlefield. That's it for this review. Thank you very much for watching. If you like Spearhead from Space or want to make a comment about the review and what you think of Spearhead from Space, leave a comment down below. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to hit the notifications bell if you subscribe so you know when a new video comes out. And if you do share this video, please share it with the hashtag Teamstructor. That's it for now. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I will see you next week with another Doctor Who review. Yes, you're getting 2 in a month. It's a horror of Fang Rock next. But until then, thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you later. Now, I can't remember why I did 2. I can't remember why I did 2 now. Oh, that was a year ago as well, I should know that. Welcome back to Streamstructor. That was review of Spearhead from Space, and I know Lynn's been looking forward to that. Hopefully that was enjoyable for you. That was an interesting one with me trying to get my words out, or struggling to get my words out. I know that something happens quite a lot before you guys start commenting, but there we are. But yeah, no, it was interesting doing that review at the time when it was, purely because obviously the anniversary of everything. 50 years since they started filming and 100 years since John Pertwee was born. It was right in between that, which is really, I thought was quite an interesting little tidbit and fact there. Speaking of facts, we can go back to the 6 facts in a minute. Your memories of Spearhead? Sorry.
Who, me?
Either of you.
I don't know if I've ever seen Spearhead from Space, but it's what I love about Spearhead from Space is that it's shot on film, and it just looks beautiful. Mm-hmm. It's such a strong start for Pertwee. I feel like his first season was incredible. I know Inferno is considered one of his best, but I personally I think Spearhead from Space is probably stronger. John Pertwee's great as the new Doctor. and I wonder how it went down at the time. But yeah, I love it. It's one of my favourites.
Yes, Fraser has obviously said one you've mentioned, Inferno. That is the next review next month from the archives that comes up with me and Jamie. So I'll be interested to see how we scored that. And I think you may have got a slight spoiler of how I rated it, but we don't know what Jamie rated, so you'll see that next time round. Arthur, have you seen this story at all?
I had not, no.
No. I know you like Doctor Who, but you're more a casual fan. You're not quite like Fraser in that respect. With the classic
in my
stuff.
younger age, I was more into the Tom Baker stuff. But as I grew up a bit, other sci-fis catch my eye, and Doctor Who kind of got pushed to the back and only kind of got rekindled with the Christopher Eccleston reboot.
Yeah, I think it's rekindled a lot of people like that. And Robert's quite right. He now wants to watch the John Pertwee episodes. I actually agree with Fraser in this respect. His first season's the best. Apart from the Green Death, there really isn't much Pertwee I would want to sit down and watch after the first season. I actually do agree with Fraser in that respect. His first season's the best.
Destiny of the Daleks is a cracker, but the remaster is really good. Where they went and got the old cameras that they shot on originally and redid or reshot or completely made new scenes.
I think you meant Day of the Daleks actually, but
Day of the Daleks. Sorry, I do apologise. And the special edition of that's incredible.
Yeah. Sorry, Lynn. Spoilers. Yeah, I didn't really rate It's Lantern, but you'll see the reasons why for that in the long term. To be fair, when I've been doing the modern stuff more recently, there's been a lot more meh in my reviews than there has been in the classic stuff. I'm maybe kind of realising I'm more of a classic man than a new series man in that respect nowadays.
Well, I ended up watching because the channel Watch just shows Doctor Who all the time, and the Impossible Astronaut and Day of the Moon were on, and I hadn't watched them for ages, and I friggin' loved season 6 is a mess, right? Season 6 is a total mess. But there's maybe like 4 or 5 good episodes in season 6. But the first 2 episodes are just so good. And I remember at the time when the wee girl at the end of it, and I won't spoil it for anyone who's not seen it, but she starts to regenerate. And I remember everyone was like,
I'm not going to spoil it, he says. She just gives the plot line away, but there we are.
I'm not saying who it is, though.
We don't know who it is till halfway through the series.
Exactly. So, and I remember people complaining at the time that it was too complicated and it was too intricate and people couldn't understand it. And then Chris Chibnall comes along. It's too simple. It's not complicated enough. He's like, make your mind up.
Yes.
Just enjoy Doctor Who for what it is, okay? Doctor Who is much like cold pizza. It's not great, but it's still pizza. So even the worst episodes you can enjoy.
You're going to get very rare that I'm going to put a 1 TARDIS out of 5 in any of my reviews, or even a half TARDIS out of 5. They will be in the range of between 2 and 4.5. I don't think I'll ever do a 5 unless something really catches my eye. I'll be honest with you now, that's a kind of spoiler for the remaining 200 odd reviews still to do, but based on Doctor Who stuff, some of the stuff I'm watching for maybe the 3rd or 4th time, up till now it's been stuff I've watched a lot, so I have a lot of opinion on, so maybe that possibly would be a bit of a downer going forward, just one of my things, but that is certainly a strand I want to continue, and certainly those sort of reviews keep it going in that respect. I think it's a fair review. Listen to it again, even though I couldn't get my words out. I don't know what you guys think of that, but
well, your words, they're quite difficult to understand.
Yeah, I'm just quite difficult to understand in general, as you probably well know, Fraser. But there we are. Going back.
Do you think they'll ever remaster Invasion of the Dinosaurs and actually make it good?
See if they can get what's his name? Stuart Humphries, Babel Colour, to recolorise the episode that's not colour.
Yes.
And like he did with Planet of the Daleks. That would be interesting to see if he could do that.
And fix the dinosaurs.
Well, the dinosaur's never going to be fixed. And that's the thing I will say about Doctor Who in that respect. I do take my brain out when it comes to those sort of scenes with the crap monsters. Because I know they're not the best. But you just got to appreciate the acting,
I agree.
Yeah.
What's everyone's favourite story of Doctor Who who's watching? I want to know what your favourite ever episode. What's your go-to? What episode will you just... I need to watch this right now. What's your...
Yeah. Okay.
Arthur?
For me, Waters on Mars.
Ooh.
Sorry, I had a father interruption there for a second. Sorry. That's the nature of living at home. Sorry. That's why I looked away from the camera. Sorry, Arthur, you were saying.
Waters of Mars, Martha?
Yeah, that's an interesting one, Waters of Mars. It's one I haven't seen for a while, so I couldn't really comment at this point. Lynn's saying Girl in the Fireplace.
That is a good one as well,
It's one of the last good Moffat stories until he takes over, in my opinion. The next one after that's Blink, but I'm not the greatest fan of Silence of the Library and the one with the Vashtinard. I can't remember, the Forest of the Dead. It's not my favourite of his. Talons of Weng Chiang, yeah. That's one I'd love to do as a reaction because of the undertones on it. I just get the kind of comedy element of us reacting to these sort of things that happen in it. That's something I'd like to do because it's not the best politically correct story, Talons of Weng Chiang.
Nope.
That would be an interesting one. But yeah, moving on just very quickly, we're going to go back to the Faceapp here because Arthur has sent me his stuff, although he hasn't sent me...
Check again, there should be a baby one
there. Should be a baby one. I was about to say, I couldn't see the baby one. The reason why I didn't get your Facebook because you sent it to me privately and I don't have, for some reason, I don't have your notifications on to allow me to do it, which is weird. But there we are.
Cool.
But, I've got the baby one now. Aww. Oh, you guys are going to love this when you see it. Oh.
You didn't owe it, man.
It's because you had a non-awe face.
Yeah. Oh, that's not very nice. True, but it's not very nice.
We used to be friends, and now he's dead too.
Oh, dear.
And Fraser will still be friends because Arthur has a 3D printer.
Love you, Arthur. You're my best.
I'm jealous of the 3D printer. I actually am jealous of the 3D printer, but there we are. It's just... Hey.
It's currently running right now, so...
What are you printing tonight then, Arthur?
Parts for a real Ghostbuster Proton Pack.
All right.
I love you, Arthur.
A real Ghostbuster Proton Pack. So this is the cartoon version then?
Cartoon version, yep.
Speaking of which, that is coming up on Kidstructor in the next couple of months. Real Ghostbusters. Hint, hint. But plug, all that wonderful stuff.
Yes, you get to watch my reaction to watching the real Ghostbusters with people who aren't real Ghostbuster fans. So that was good.
Yeah. Hey, we can't all be brilliant. I'm sorry. But right, okay. So I have Arthur's stuff here. So we've got the first one here of Arthur. This is Old Man Arthur.
Old Man Arthur.
Now the next one is Lady Arthur.
Lady Arthur. Lady Arthur.
Oh my God! I thought I was bad with Fraser. For goodness sake! Just turn the camera off, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
It's a proper Santa Claus.
No, we're talking about Lady Arthur.
Yeah, we're talking about Lady Arthur. Wow.
Oh.
I think you've got some boobage going on as well, actually, looking in the bottom of that picture.
Yeah, you've been given boobs as well.
I did get boobs because I was so close cut, but there we are. Yeah, so that actually
Right,
looks like a friend of mine from work.
Move along.
It does. Okay, and this is Baby Arthur.
Move along.
I don't think it does beards well for baby photos.
Ah, yes, it's the cousin who's locked in the basement.
What do they call it? Stockholm syndrome.
Or for good biscuits.
Oh dear. And just to make it normal, this is Arthur normally. Not much difference from the baby one, to be fair.
Once my feed catches up with you.
Oh dear. So yeah, speaking of people I know and things like that, and Arthur's kind of quite happily with his Faceapp photo got me onto another little thing I'm going to start doing. The there's people on my Facebook who have birthdays coming up, and I thought I'd just give a quick shout out to happy birthdays this month. There's a belated birthday to the lady I was talking about there, Deanna, so happy birthday for last Wednesday. Other people have got birthdays. We have Lindsay from the Doctor Who group. She is her birthday's today. I do remember her birthday's around about this time, because every time for the first couple of years I did reenactment stuff, she always seemed to have a party the weekend I was at Linlithgow Palace for the jousting stuff, so I never had a Saturday night in Linlithgow because I was back in Glasgow, quite happily celebrating, but it kind of sticks in my mind in that respect, because I know that's roughly when her birthday is. My cousin is having a birthday tomorrow on the 6th, Zoe, happy birthday. And then we've got Alan Barlow, who did the vlog with me going up Munro, Ben Eam, back in 2017. His birthday is tomorrow as well. Happy birthday, sir. I'm not giving ages away because I don't think it's fair. People get embarrassed enough as it is without me understanding how old they are. I'll say I'm an old fart, and we know I'm an old fart, but I won't say it to anybody else. Then we've got my friend Andre on Wednesday. He's got his birthday on Wednesday the 8th. And then David Campbell, he celebrates his birthday on Thursday. Now, he's the one that went with me when we went down to Manchester to see Craig Charles on the video. So his birthday's coming up on Thursday. So happy birthday, sir. Hope you're doing well. And then we've got another one which will be related to next month's video that you get for the vlogs, which is Deirdre. Deirdre's birthday is on the 19th, and it was the vlog I did, vlog 10, was based around her birthday celebrations the Glasgow Doctor Who group did 10 years ago when she had a significant birthday. I'm not going to say what the significant birthday is now because it kind of gives the game away, but yeah, so it's been 10 years since that one came out. And the other one I'm going to make a mention to for happy birthday here is John McVeigh. Oh no, that's next month. Why is he in there? That's weird. Okay, never mind. That's next month, but there we are. Got the wrong dates there. But yeah, there's quite a few people. Kirsty's mum, his birthday's on the same day as Disco Campbell's. Happy birthday, Mary, when it comes around. Kirsty will probably pick this up later and saying, "You got mentioned on your birthday, Mum," and all this, but we'll see. So yeah, there's quite a few people I've done stuff on the channel with whose birthdays are celebrated this month, and there's a few family members as well who have birthdays coming up soon. But happy birthday to everybody whose birthday is this month, and yeah, many happy returns, and I hope you get the opportunity, whether you're in Scotland or whether you're anywhere else in the world, to actually celebrate it with friends in a socially distanced and well-behaved manner. I know that's a bit difficult to say, I suppose, in some places, but there we are. And that's the biggest psalm to the night. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can just happy birthday, please be sensible. Let's get out of this together.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we've got what?
I think the last time we were all together properly was my birthday in March, and like March 2nd. Yeah. And then Arthur and I were at an escape room with a couple of colleagues. And we were all a bit like, it'll pass.
Mm-hmm. And here we are 4 months later.
Yeah, we thought we were sailing close to the wind when we did the Constructors back in February because it was starting to refile up then. But I've made it very clear in the ones we recorded back then that it was recorded before the lockdown, so we get away from that, you know.
Yeah, my friend Anne, who watches our Constructor. Mm-hmm. When the first one went out, I can't remember what the first one was now that we did that went out, and she was like, "Oh, please just be careful, you know, with the whole COVID." And I said, "No, don't worry. We did it in February. It was well before it hit." She goes, "Oh, that's great to hear. Like, you just when I see videos down on TV, people close together, I just get panicky." I was like, "No, I understand. It's really weird now watching anything, and you know, you see people sitting close. It's going to be weird going back to normal, isn't it?
It's going to be strange going back to normal altogether, and it is strange and it is weird, and it's going to take time because I've become a lot more insular. I mean, these sort of live streams have helped me keep sociably up, but I've become more insular, and I'm kind of fear of meeting people again in that respect, which is part of the reason why I want to make one of my first outings back into Glasgow is visiting people I know and I'm very comfortable with, which is why I'd like to come to you first, Fraser.
Yes, I would. Yes, you can get a bus or you can get the train.
Oh, I know, and I can get both, and I know roughly where you are based on the photograph you posted up of where you are. You're not far away from where you were previously, if
No,
up rightly,
no,
but
I'm not.
I'll get proper addresses at the time and look at it from there. But Kidstructors, I mean, I did mention last month that Raptormon 132. I offered to him that if he wanted to do collaboration with me for Kidstructors. He said yes. So I'm in the conversation at the moment to do that with him. He's also asked if it would be something that you guys would like to be part of as well.
Yes. More than happy to do that, yeah.
I did say
a worldwide Streamstructor.
Yeah, I need to do some solo ones with you as well, Arthur. At some point, I know I keep forgetting to do that, but unfortunately, my Mondays to Fridays are work, and then it's just the rest of the time I'm just concentrating and getting YouTube stuff videos up ready. So for the following month, so yeah, I'll be looking to record some stuff again very soon. But yeah, the only thing is he lives in Australia, so there's going to be a time difference here. So it may not be the most sociable hours that we do for either of us, but he has asked if you guys could be involved. So obviously, I think that's a lovely compliment to ask people. Well, he asked for Jamie and Fraser specifically, but I don't see why I can't throw open to Arthur. To be fair, because I don't see why not. I honestly don't see why not.
No, at least if Arthur, he'll actually show up, so it's fine.
Right, okay. I did. I'm going to move on very quickly with that. But Robert says he'd love to see a Kidstructor with Fraser and Arthur. So would I. I think that'll be quite fun on there.
I'm not.
Going back to Kidstructors very, very briefly, my favourite scene of Finders Keepers last month, was Fraser's, was Jamie's comment that was made after the clue was read out in the mum and dad's room. I think that was hilarious.
Yes, Neil Buchanan sitting on your mum's face, I believe, was the joke that Jamie couldn't get over. And I think for the first video, you kind of made it sound like Neil Buchanan was dead. So in every video, we had to go, "He's not dead."
You got chastised by Lynn because you set off her Alexa in the Finders Keepers video. Alexa.
Oh no, you evil man. She's gonna hunt you down now.
She's gonna hunt you down and throw her hearing aids at you. Oh, right, yeah, I know.
Alexa, set alarm for 2 a.m.
You cruel, cruel man. She's actually said stop, it's actually doing it. Oh dear.
Alexa, play the Swedish national anthem.
Right, okay.
That's me, I'm done.
Oh dear. Oh no. Oh god. This is gonna be the last time that she watches anything of this. Shut it, she says. Yeah, quite right. Right. Oh god, yeah, the description. And when Fraser causes problems for somebody's Alexa, that's going to be part of the description now. But there.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
You are a cruel, cruel man, Mr. Cool, but it's still funny. But yeah, but yeah, no, that made me, and I almost choked on the tea I'd just taken a sip of that comment that Jamie made. That was made it even funnier. But yeah, you weren't a fan of Zap, but everybody else out there did say it did set an alarm. Oh no!
Right then, I can give you Fraser's address.
I would suggest maybe the next time you watch these sort of things, keep Alexa out the way, Lynn, because otherwise you're going to have so much trouble. Because if he knows you're there from now on in, that's what he's going to do on the video at some point. I know it. But,
Stop saying the A word. You're only making it worse.
Oh, I know. Oh, it'll be me next saying that, because I did that the other day with my parents, and they got annoyed because I kept saying things and it popped up on their Fire Stick. Which was funny. But yeah. But
sorry,
oh dear, I'm really sorry, but that was so funny. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself there with saying that. But yeah. She sent a messenger photo to me. That's the problem. She actually sent a photograph of the actual I will see that in a minute on my tablet. I'm not doing it on the laptop. I'll see it on my tablet in a minute. Has she actually sent a photo of the alarm being set on Alexa? That would be funny if she has. But no. Yes, it does. There's a
funny.
picture of it saying 2 a.m. living room.
Oh, dear.
Oh God. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Oh dear. Yeah, she's actually sent me, because she's a friend on Facebook, she's actually sent me a message of it showing the alarm.
Oh, that's funny. That's too funny.
Oh my God. I wasn't expecting that. I actually think I need to go and put in the next video for Six Facts and Edward VII before I actually lose my absolute, and I'll not say the other word because I'm on live, but because it's really oh my goodness. Oh dear. Here is the 6 facts for Edward VII. Edward's playboy lifestyle saw him have many mistresses, including, it is reported, the mother of Winston Churchill and Alice Keppel, whose great-granddaughter, Camilla Duchess of Cornwall, is married to the current Prince of Wales, Prince Charles. It was this reputation of being a playboy that nearly caused him lasting damage. In 1869, a British MP, Sir Charles Mordaunt, threatened to name Edward as a co-respondent in his divorce suit. He didn't do so, but Edward was still called as a witness in 1870. He had visited the Mordaunt's house while Sir Charles was away, but nothing further was proven, and Edward denied he had committed adultery. He appeared in court for a second time in 1891, after it was revealed he had played an illegal baccarat card game for money in 1890. One of the participants tried to sue his fellow players, including Edward, for cheating. Again, he was cleared as it could not be proven that this was the case. Edward pioneered the idea of royal public appearances that are such irregular occurrence today. He represented Queen Victoria at the opening of the Thames Embankment in 1871, the Mersey Tunnel in 1886, and Tower Bridge in 1894, something that Queen Victoria was very reticent to do after the death of Prince Albert. He famously did not take on his first name as his regnal name, choosing Edward instead, as he did not want to undervalue the name of Albert and diminish the status of his father, whom the name should stand alone. His coronation was set for the 26th of June 1902, but he was diagnosed with appendicitis on the 24th of June. In those days, it was not usually treated on operatively, and therefore mortality rates were high. However, advances in anaesthesia and antisepsis meant it could be possible, and he was successfully operated upon. It was said he was up and smoking a cigar the day after the operation, and the coronation went ahead on the 9th of August 1902. Edward introduced the tradition of eating roast beef with potatoes, horseradish sauce and Yorkshire pudding on Sundays, now a staple of the British Sunday lunch. Hi everybody, thank you very much for watching this series of 6 facts on historical figures. It will be back next year, but if you have a suggestion on which historical figure you want to see get the 6 facts treatment, pop me a comment, let me know down below. So there we are, 6 facts. on Edward the Seventh. There was a spelling mistake in the image credits. I've noticed there. Roast beef with horseradish sauce. I'm going, oh no, big mistakes again. Oh, it's over the place. It's all over the place.
Who doesn't love roast beef?
I know, who doesn't love roast beef, as I put it there. Yeah, Lynn's come back with the Alexa thing and said that Fraser's not the only one who's done it. A mate has done it on a Zoom call by just talking to his Alexa. So...
Stop saying the word.
I know. Sorry, talking to his boing. There we are. Right. And Robert's.
Would you like?
Sorry, go on.
Would you like to hear my useless fact of the
Yes.
day? Today's useless fact is today is International Apple Turnover Day.
Is it? And I could have gone to Greg's earlier and got one.
Just amazing. Delightful fruit-filled cups of flavour coated in a sugar glaze. There's something special about what basically amounts to a little personal-sized fruit pie, and our favourite pie is the apple. That's what makes it Apple Turnover Day. So there you go. That's my fun fact for the day.
Yeah, it's a fun fact for the day. And it's an interesting fact as well, just like Robert liked the interesting facts from the 6 facts video there from Edward VII. And that was the last of the first series in 2017. I did do another series of another 4 in 2018, and you'll see them very soon on Streamstructor. But that's all the videos for today in regards to the views and everything here. So I'm kind of getting to the stage where I don't really have much more to say apart from having a laugh about that. I'm going to cause problems here, I really am, aren't I? Oh dear. But yeah, this month's going to be interesting in regards to the channel, because you've got a couple of new videos coming out, of course. As I mentioned already, Nightmare's coming out with Fraser at the end of the month via Zoom call, so hopefully we'll be able to see that. I feel that, yeah, no, don't say it, Robert. I know, but yeah, you just got. I've just got to be careful with that. But yeah, so Nightmare's coming out, and yeah, I actually swore in that one about one of the contestants, which I thought was a little unfair. I did boing it, but I actually didn't say anything really nice there. Yeah, it has been an entertaining one for the Streamstructor.
I remember that.
Yeah, I know. It's funny you actually do, because you do forget these things. Because you just do it and then you forget it, and you'll do like a new viewer when you see it again. But it was the first time using Zoom on Kidstructor, so that may be a little bit rough around edges, but I'm sure you guys will appreciate the limitations. My apologies. I'm drinking too much fizzy juice, that's what it is.
We have something else in the works, don't we, Barry?
Yes.
Something a new thing coming to tease your audience with.
Yes, another strand based around the same idea of reacting that we do in Kidstructor. I'm not going to say exactly what it is. I'm going to mention more about that next month.
No, keep it a nice surprise.
Yeah, keep it a nice surprise and mention it more in the next live stream, because it will be coming up next month. I finally finished Spore, so the Deanstructor completes Spore next week, part 12. I finally get to the centre of the galaxy. Thank goodness, 2 years of my life gone. But to be fair, they do take time. This took 6.5 hours total to record it, and I don't want to do too long, because you'll just be silence for 2 hours otherwise. So I don't want to do about 2 hour stints. So I did it over a few days, but it's all put together already. The audio is a little bit out of sync at times, but I put captions on that. I wasn't going to spend another 2 days trying to fix the audio all the way through on that one, so but you get the gist of it. And then afterwards we've got a Doctor Who review coming up for Arc of Infinity in 2 weeks' time, Peter Davison episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a soft spot for it, but it's maybe a story that's maybe not going to get as high a rating, possibly, maybe, that I normally do. We'll see. I'll let you figure out what it is when it comes out. But that two TARDISes, not quite, but yeah, that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, overall, this has been a fun one. Another hour and 45 minutes.
Yes, it has. Barry, sorry.
Yeah, technically it's a better one. It's not perfect. I mean, I was speaking to thin air for the first 15 minutes, but once I managed to summon the ghosts, they all seemed to work out pretty well. And yeah, a nice couple of different things to try and change this month. Linda said it's been entertaining. I do agree, it has been entertaining here. And yeah, maybe a bit more chat going forward. Maybe I will reduce down the archive stuff a little bit more. going forward. But I thought I'd just go back to some sort of normality there, just in case it was dry conversation. But it hasn't been dry conversation. It never is when Arthur and especially Fraser's involved. Thank you very much, guys, as always.
You're very well.
Of
It's
course.
been lots of fun again, and it's ran a little bit smoother. Not perfect, but it's ran a little bit smoother this time round. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't done already. I know 2 of you have done that already, what I can see from the stats. But if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like button and share the video with the hashtag teamstructor. You can also hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber already. I'll see what the target is going to be for the next one. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, 202 at the moment. Might be a little bit more. Fraser will probably see in a minute if there is any more, but 202 as it was at the beginning of the live stream, might be a little bit more now. These are pretty good for doing this sort of thing, but overall, yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when a new video comes out. General rule, they come out Sunday at 4 PM GMT. In the UK that's an hour more, so 5 PM at the moment, because British summertime. And yes, have a look at the Patreon if you want to help out. By all means, please do. But that's really the only audio promotion you're going to get of it. Really, is on the live streams for the meantime. So I'm going to make it a kind of soft launch. It's really to help out, promote the channel, get it out there a bit more. It's starting to have a bit of traction now, and thank you guys for watching. Speaking of which, I will be doing a celebratory 200 subscribers video at some point. I'm getting a little bit of assistance of that at the moment, so once that's ready, then it will be up. But I'll let you know about that.
I haven't set up my office yet. It's coming soon.
No, I wasn't going to name who was doing it, but thanks, Fraser. But there we are.
Okay.
I was going to keep it quiet, but fair enough. You said it now.
In case it was terrible, yeah.
Cat's out the bag. No, not that at all. I just want to have something that's kept quiet instead of splurging everything on the channel. But there we are. That one's shot to pieces. Never mind. But once again, thank you very much, Arthur.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Fraser.
Anytime, literally, I'm happy to set off Alexis all day long. So
You're not supposed to say that word. Just say Arthur's going forward or Amy's or something like that. Don't say the word. I mean, Alex. Ah, right. No. I'm sorry, that was too tempting. But yeah. Thanks so much, guys, as always. I'll see you next month at 7 PM UK time, 6 PM GMT on the, I think it's the 2nd of August, the next one, for the Kidsstructor, or for the Streamstructor. I will see you then live. Apart from that, join in every Sunday at 4 PM GMT, as I say, with a new video, and leave a comment down below. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you later.